too early in the morning for this shit. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my little side of the internet today. So, first question you might be asking, how are you so early to this, Michael? Why the fuck are you early to this? And for once, I actually have an answer. It was 7 o'clock, and I was about to go to bed. And as I was falling asleep, I see it. I fucking see it. I see the Nintendo Switch OLED version. Yeah, the OLED version. Now, you know, when a new console for your favorite video game company comes out, you expect to be a little happy, you know? You expect to actually enjoy the news. I literally am in pain. I am literally in pain hearing this news. So, for those who didn't know, a couple hours ago, Nintendo just randomly dropped a trailer for the Nintendo Switch OLED model. First of all, why? Why was this mentioned now instead of in the Direct? Because the Direct was like 2 weeks ago. 2 to 3, but you get what I'm saying. It was recent. You're telling me this news wasn't ready? It was already being released on October 8th. What? Okay, but besides from that, I actually watched the trailer. So, keep in mind, I'm literally about to fall asleep. And I see this. Now, my fucking brain woke the fuck up. Like, it woke up. Alright? Keep in mind, as I'm filming this right now, it is 7:47 a.m. right now. And you hear it. I'm lucid. I am awake. I got excited for this. And then I actually click on the video. We did not get the Switch Pro. As much as this seems like it through the thumbnail and how white and sleek the model looks, and how the dock has a smaller logo to indicate minimalism and all that shit that the PS5 does. It's not the Switch Pro. It is literally not. You know what? Do you want to know what they did for this model that is so small that the price didn't even change that much? It changed by $50, which, by the way, is basically just tax if you're buying the console. They added a OLED screen. Oh, what? You were expecting me to say something more? Yeah, no. Just an OLED screen. It's still 720p. It's a little bit bigger. It's 7-inch now. But it is just a 720p OLED display that is just added to the Switch. So basically, how every other Switch will run is how this will run. There is no graphical enhancements. I mean, the blacks will look darker on your Switch because, you know, it's an OLED. But besides that, nah, that is it. That is all you'll be getting for an extra $50. And, you know, most people will probably buy this one now instead of the original Switch because why the fuck not? $50 extra. But do you know how much of a slap in the face it is for the people that have been waiting for a Switch Pro? And multiple people have been asking Nintendo representatives about the Switch Pro, and it's just, they just kept fumbling around it. And now we know why. Because the thing they wanted to give us was just lazy. Actually, physically lazy. And, you know, you know, as a fan of Nintendo, I have to say that when you look at this type of stupidity, this a level of unrighteousness to your own fan base. You don't even try to upgrade it a little bit. Like, you don't even have to give us 4K. Make it run 1080p on the screen. That's all you gotta do. It can already run 1080p when hooked up to power. Maybe on the new OLED model, make it run in 1080p on the OLED. But no, it's 720p still. So no matter what, it's still gonna be a little bit more choppy than it runs on the TV. And most TVs nowadays are 4K TVs with good color balance. So usually OLEDs don't really make that much big of a difference. So most likely people that want to play this on a TV will play this on the TV. And people that will play this handheld will get a better experience, but that's only the people who get it in handheld. And yeah, I'll be honest, I play mostly all my games in handheld nowadays. But this is not going to make me want to buy a new Switch. Because let's be honest, nowadays, people just have Switches laying around. I have people that have 2 Switches because they bought like the premium version and they're just letting it wait around. Who's going to go buy this Switch for an extra $50? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So naive of me. There is one big difference that I'm going to be spending $350 for. It can actually stand the fuck up on its own feet. Like I kind of had to rethink about that. The Switch does not stand up on its own well. And that's like the main other feature of the Switch, is that it can actually stand up in tablet mode. So, basically, this entire Switch is just a big, alright, let's correct as little of the things we can correct as humanly possible. And that is just proof right then and there. I mean, hey, you know what? There's also some very small, non-needed, but pretty nice additions, like the LAN cable is, instead of being a cable, it's just built in directly to the dock. That's actually pretty cool. And it has 64 gigabytes of storage instead of 32, which, honestly, why the fuck did it have that in the beginning? Like, it's flash memory. It can't be that fucking expensive to put more than 32 fucking gigs. Like, what? That's insane to me. I even forgot, to be honest, that they only had 32, because, you know, once you get the 400 gigabyte SD card, you don't really need shit, but, like, God, that's bad. But either way, back to the point. This just has very, very small adjustments to it, which, to be fair, you're not even paying for that much extra, because you're only paying an extra $50. But then why even make a new model in the first place? Why not just, I don't know, make a new dock? Like, seriously, why didn't they just make a new dock? Like, okay, hear me out. They make a new dock. They put the Ethernet in it. They make it look nice as well. And maybe they set maybe that's it. They just do that. And then boom, you basically got a Switch Pro. Kind of. You know what I mean? Like, just sell like the dock for like $50. All right, yeah, I'm memeing a little bit for fucking dock people, because we all know none of them exist. It's always handheld. But either way, I don't know, cause this is just a weird move in general, because it's like, then okay, what the fuck was the Switch Lite? Because if the Switch Lite is meant specifically for handheld play, why the fuck do we have this new console where the only upgrades are when you play in handheld? I would have preferred the OLED screen on the Switch Lite, to be honest, because then there's an actual reason for it to be like that. Like, actually, physically, actually, I don't, it just seems genuinely absurd that they wouldn't even try to do like a simple upgrade. Like, I'm thinking about it in my head, like, was it really that hard to just make it an extra $100 and then just make it 1080p resolution wise on the screen? Because yeah, cool, a larger screen is better for everything, but like, did you really have to keep it at 720? Could not a small part of Nintendo make handheld play 1080p? Like, physically. Like, I have to think to myself, like, why? Why were we strung along on this Switch Pro ideal? And obviously, it wasn't Nintendo that sat there and was like, oh, there's a Switch Pro coming or whatever. But, like, obviously, Nintendo knew that if they had to release new hardware, that it would have to be new hardware. Like, very new. Like, as in, can run fucking 1080p on handheld and maybe 4K when docked. But it seems docked people, like, legitimately, I want to know this. If you're somebody who only plays in the docked mode, do you want the Switch? Like, do you genuinely want the Switch? Because the only thing I can see for docked people is the Ethernet adapter that comes with the Switch. See, it's also stupid because I can't call this the Switch Pro. I'm gonna call it the Switch Pro for this whole thing because that's basically what the fuck this is. Let's all be honest. But I keep trying to say OLED model and I keep tripping on my words. But either way, is the Switch Pro really worth it for people that just play on the dock? I wouldn't buy it. I'm still not gonna buy it. I'm genuinely not gonna buy this. Like, I was going to buy a Switch Pro if it came out. Like, a Switch Pro. This is the farthest thing from a Switch Pro that new hardware can give us. And another thing is just right out the gate. How's that battery life? Because I'm sorry, but if you're gonna introduce an OLED screen that's bigger, there better be some better battery life on that bitch. Like, genuinely, if anything else, if I find out that the battery life is astronomically good, then I might get the Switch Pro. Just for the main fact that it has good battery. But you know damn well it's not. You know there's gonna be no upgrade in battery. In fact, there's a small chance it might be worse. Just for the fact of the better screen. And I use quotation marks when fucking talking about it. And I mean this truly. As somebody who works in the tech field, most consumers will not care about OLED. To a random consumer, OLED just means pro in a different fucking language. Because someone looks at this, it's like, oh, it's the OLED model. Oh, it's the Pro model. Oh. But it's not the Pro model. It's just, hey, guess what? The screen is better in handheld. Oh, and our kickstand is just better now. And at the end of the day, maybe that's just what Nintendo wants. Maybe Nintendo doesn't want to do anything big for Switch Pro, you know? Maybe they just didn't want to do anything in general. So they were just like, alright, let's give them what they want, the small stuff, you know? There's going to be people that are happy about this. I can genuinely see why people would be happy with this, especially since it's coming out October 8th. And by the way, Nintendo, really? This really was coming out October 8th? And I know I already said, oh, why didn't they put it in the Direct? But did you really have to put it 2 to 3 weeks away? And not only 2 to 3 weeks away, but on a fucking Tuesday morning? Just randomly out here, out in this bitch? Like, come on, man. I was literally about to go to bed. I just finished watching a bunch of shows, and I was like, alright, I'm finally dozing off. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow, girl. And then all of a sudden, Nintendo pulls me back with these goddamn Switch models. And personally, now that I'm about to end this video, I don't know what else to say. Because there isn't a lot to it. It's just a Switch with a technically better 720 screen that's a little bigger, a better kickstand, and a dock with Ethernet in it. And oh, I guess the dock looks fine. Like, you know, it looks good. Like, it has a nice design. But like, Who the fuck cares? It's a dock. You could just get decorations for your dock. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just wanted to say these thoughts out loud because I swear to God, I can't call anybody about this because they're all asleep. And I can't really fucking rationalize it by myself because I was about to go to bed. So I thought, hey, let me make this quick video and upload it. Maybe you guys got some content out of me rambling about this. But yeah, I genuinely think that this is a flop. I'm curious what you guys think. And personally wondering, would you guys even buy this? Because I'm not buying it. I don't know who's gonna buy this or want to in general. Like, obviously, okay, Nintendo fans, but like, who specifically wanted this versus a Switch Pro? And now that it's gonna release on October 8th, which I think, and don't quote me on this, is the exact release of Metroid Dread. Which, honestly, you know what, that I can't be mad at, dude. I really want to play Metroid Dread. Woo! Goddamn, Arlo got me excited for it all that time ago, bro. Fuck. But either way, yeah, I'm going off on tangents now. But thank you guys so much for watching this random ramble video, kinda gaming corner-esque. I promise I'll try to upload something more of the Gmoney speed later, but you know, this direct stuff and all this gaming stuff is happening this month and the next month and the last month. I'm fucking tired. All right, but yeah, so fucking basically, this is the timeline. This is the timeline. We got a crappy Switch Pro. Wow. And with that, guys, thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Money on my motherfucking mind. Cut 5 haircuts at the same time. White gold pants, jet ski, 𝑳𝑰𝑵𝑻𝑲𝑺. Foie gras bust of Albert Einstein. Get money.
I literally just noticed this while I was editing the video.
What the fuck is that logo placement?